Hello, Africa. Welcome to the Brown Billionaires Podcast, and I'm your host, Kenneth. Well, this is the Entrepreneur Gist segment, and today I have a very wonderful guest. She's no other than Favour Kelechi. She's a psychologist and also a Texas. Present to you, Favour.
Hi guys, I'm Favour. I'm a software engineer and a psychologist. I'm many things, I promise.
Okay, she's many things, yeah. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about black tax. And I know in the previous podcast that I had about 11 months ago, I made a mention about black tax here, but today I want to share more light on this particular topic, yeah? Let's look at it from different point of view, different perspectives, so we can have a better understanding of what black tax is. So I'm going to ask Favour, what do you understand by black tax?
Okay. Black tax. Should I say black tax or should I say African tax? It's something I think is very peculiar to Africans. It's just, the audience 2K.
The audience 2K system.
Where they ask you, Auntie, do you have 2K? Please, I want to buy sandals. Auntie, please help me with 5K or asteroids is on the roof.
Okay.
Things like that. Yeah. That's what black tax is. So this is me just explaining it for
in basic terms, Okay.
But as a definition, it's literally the stipends you give to your family, extended, nuclear, your friends, all those audience money that you send.
When we say giving, it's more like we voluntarily gave.
Yes.
In some context, it's more like it's forced. Like you have to give them. You just have to. We sent you to school. You have to give us this money. We're entitled to. See, that's where entitlement comes in. It sometimes irritates me, when people get entitled to stuff they're not supposed to get entitled to. Because I'm like, the fuck you talking about? I put more effort in this shit, try to make things work, try to make money.
Right.
If I give you something, it's supposed to be out of love. You're not supposed to have any say in what degree or quantity I give to you. You get my point, yeah? So this brings me to this actual 2K system I spoke about. I have friends here who always say hi to me at the 25th of every month. 25th, 26th, between that period,
Yes.
This is about, payday period. So they want to keep themselves in your mind. They are tactical. So if I start saying hi to Ken, if I start with a comment on WhatsApp, they just say, ha, lol, very funny. How far? I'm like, God, this guy again. The same process for the past years, and they don't change it. So I started trying to investigate this. I'm like, wait, why does it to any of our friends too? So I started asking questions. What's up with this guy? Does he ask you for money? He's like, man, I'm tired of this guy, man. I'm fucking tired. He's always asking. Then someone has his I'm like, okay. So he doesn't want to get a job. Want to spend his whole time flexing, smoking and chilling, And then those who are working, he just asks us for little stipends, so we don't feel like he's extorting money from us. It's small stuff, 10K, 5K, just just like 5K. That gives you a different problem every single time. So if he asks you for to just give money so you can buy fuel in his car, the other person can ask for something else. It's a problem. Now, the problem with we Africans, we young Africans, most of us studied business ourselves. My mom was a pretty trader. I saw the way she tried to buy stuff, sell stuff, grow her businesses, move to another one. I saw the whole process at a micro level, but then it was attainable. I remember times where I could ask my mom for things like money for new sneakers. They want to buy a new sneaker, I want to buy a merch, like, I don't have money. I'm like, what? I saw the money. I saw it with my 2 eyes yesterday. Where did the money go to? She's like, it's market money. What the hell is market money? I started growing up and understanding, actually, you can have some money keep aside for, business, and you don't have to touch it, your profit and the rest. Personally, how are you able to regulate the black tax? Because everybody must pay it. I know you're paying too. How are you able to regulate this?
Okay. I'm going to talk about this because I have first-hand experience. Especially if you're the first child in an African family. It's like a subconscious responsibility. Nobody names anything to you. They don't say, okay, Brother Ken will pay the rent this year. But it's something you feel like you
it's a responsibility,
to do, right? Nobody calls your name, but when they call you and say, my landlord came yesterday, there's this rush of, okay, let me just hustle. Let me take care of this thing so that everybody is okay, right? before I talk about how to curb it, I think I want to talk about the things that happens with black tax. Is good.
Yeah.
Like, it's something that sometimes I'm proud of it. You know, you come in an African home, you see everybody's out there hustling. Like, if you meet young people on the streets, right? I mean, if you interview 10 young persons in the streets, most of their motivations come from, oh, I want to take my parents out of poverty. I have sisters to raise and stuff. It's some sort of motivation, right? You come in an African setting at the age of 70, or you see tired parents, they're at home, somehow you find food for them and stuff. It's lovely. But then when it comes to a person and the discipline involved, because you can't scrap out black tax entirely, right? So first of all, I think there's a trick I learned from my mother. As a business owner, pay yourself. That's something I don't usually see around. Like, especially young entrepreneurs, pay yourself first. Then make your expenses from your salary. If you place yourself for salary, okay, at the end of the month, I'm making 600K, and okay, I want to sell 100, and the remaining 500 goes back to the business. Yeah, all your expenses is going to be dependent on that 100, and be disciplined about it. Yes, problem, you know they finish. Right?
That is true.
Problems, they know they finish. But what I think is, if you pay yourself salary, right, you have a scale of preference. I'm going to solve this, I'm going to solve this, I'm going to solve this, and then put yourself first. Pay your bills, buy your cream, make your hair, take care of yourself as a person, right? Then the remaining one is excesses. Yes. Now this month I made 1 million, so I paid myself 200, right? And I have a brother who needs 10K. I have a friend whose train jammed their, all those,
they have
all the excuses, right? Write it down if it comes to that. If it has to come to that, write it down. Okay, I'm going, even if this person is telling me that their roof, there's no longer roof on their house, just, I'm going to give you 10K, and that is what it is. Because one thing I know is, when you don't solve these problems, somehow people figure out how to solve these problems. So discipline is the first step. Then the emotional part, right, where you don't feel guilty, right, about not solving the problem, is another thing. Because sometimes you want to, like, I beg, I'm so stressed. Last month, this one, this month, another one. And then you have money, right? And you don't do it. I don't know, for other people, I'm an empath, and at some point it used to affect. You start feeling like, how are they surviving? Will they be fine? I promise you, they will be fine. They will be fine. In fact, they will wait for you for next month.
Oh my God! You know the funny thing here, you treat us so much that even when they're not there, we treat ourselves.
Yes. My belief is this: the richest in the family is the firstborn.
Yeah. It is so true. It is so true.
You understand? Yeah. Who earns more in the family is the firstborn.
But somebody can actually earn more than pretend like you don't earn more.
Yeah, that's another strategy. Do you understand? So most of the times, the bad thing about guilt tripping yourself and trying to play the hero all the time is this: you end up raising people who can't solve their own problems. Exactly. You end up raising very dependent people. You raise people who do not even understand the sacrifices, the value of the things you give them, right? So there are situations where, some families are smart people. They understand. Some they don't bail you like that. I have a dad who barely asks me for money. Like, it has to be bad.
Very bad.
If my dad calls me for money, I'm going to sell my laptop and give him the money, because he barely does that. I mean, I know that there are a lot of people from my kind of family that they understand. They know that, okay, this person has to work out and all that. But then I also know families where Oga bring money every time. If you no one give, just stop saying you no one give. Which one be saying you don't get 5K? Do you understand? You start breeding entitled people who fail is on your shoulders. You're the hero. Okay. Someone gave me an advice when I was pretty younger, like I was a teenager. He said, don't make yourself a problem solver. I was very young, probably 18, 19 years. He always said it because he knows I was always out there for my brother and I would always go extra miles. And he's much older than me. And he would tell me, don't make yourself a problem solver. It will cost you. But I was a kid. I didn't know what that statement until I had to learn the hard way. So don't wait to learn the hard way. Yeah, that's why we make podcasts like this.
So talking about that, this is the Brown Billionaires podcast. It's the Billionaires Hub. So we teach ourselves. Now, talking about teaching ourselves, a lot of the time, most of us here in this new age, we didn't come from a family where your dad would just say, look, I have 4 estates in Lekki Phase 1, I want to give you 2 to manage, We came from humble backgrounds, and we're trying to figure this whole system out. So see how we can make ourselves better individuals, create well to solve the family problems that we felt like, man, this shit didn't go right. We'll do something about this to make it better. Sometimes the responsibilities wears on us because of challenges we faced while growing up. You see, so in that same light, it is quite almost impossible for us not to feel guilty, because you saw how many times your mom or your dad, had to start with certain privileges just so you'll be fine. So the law of reciprocity says that you have to return the favor. We feel like we have to return this favor. Now, if we have people who don't understand the value of money, now I'm talking about the younger siblings. If your younger brother borrows your money, and
don't worry,
it is gone. Because the courts,
they won't even. Why are you giving a clause doesn't pay back? Like there's one time they pay.